Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra, and welcome to yet another video. In this video, I want to talk about a so-called hate child from the Space Marines, the Techmarine. The Techmarine itself had several incarnations throughout the years where the Space Marines exists. He started as an HQ choice, then he was part of the Space Marine Command Squad, then he became part of the Elite Choices, then he became part of the Elite Choices but was separated out of them, sort of, for each tank in your army. Sorry. And nowadays they are an HQ choice for each other HQ choice you can take, and they are not part of the force organization chart. So it seems to me like GW doesn't really know what to do with the Techmarine, how to fit in. Yeah, they are kind of cool, they are good for the fluff of the background story, but actually nobody takes them. Why is that so? We talk about that later. Well, other Space Marine character models like the Space Marine Captain, the Librarian, or the Chaplain have survived nearly unchanged all the ages of the Space Marine codices, and only the Techmarine, in my opinion, was the one that has been changed a lot over the years. So, the normal Techmarine has a servo arm and his iconic weapon, the Power Axe. Well, in earlier stages of the Techmarine, that was also a fitting weaponry for a Techmarine, because the servo arm he had was a kind of separate weapon, because the Techmarine would fight on its own with his power axe, and the servo arm would go at initiative 1 as a kind of a separate model. So it was a little bit odd, but kind of cool. But nowadays the wording has changed for the servo arm, and so the servo arm itself is just an additional weapon for the Techmarine and a power fist, and it has the special weapon special rule, and so it doesn't benefit from the power axe that he is maybe wielding, because it does not have the special weapon special rule. So having a Techmarine with a servo arm and a power axe is rather useless nowadays, because when he is in close combat, he can either choose to use his power fist, his servo arm, or his axe, and only has one attack. So also, if he has a servo harness, he has two of his servo arms. That means he has now 2 attacks with them, or 1 attack with the axe. Also kind of useless. But unfortunately, he doesn't have to take his power axe. He doesn't come equipped with it anymore. He can buy the power axe nowadays as a separate upgrade, and also you can give him just simply a power fist nowadays. So that makes him, well, kind of fight capable again, because he has now power fist and 2 additional hand weapons, with his base attack of 1, boost up to 3. When he's charging, makes him 4 attacks. That makes him now also again quite a formidable fighter again. The strange thing in the army book, though, is the one thing that is very strange. Normally, the character models of the Space Marine Codex have the following weapon equipment. They have a chainsword, a bolt pistol, and grenades. And the wording for ranged and melee weapons is the following. a model can replace his bolt pistol and or melee weapon with one of the following. But the Techmarine is equipped with a bolt pistol and a bolt gun, so he doesn't have a close combat weapon, meaning that he can only change one of his weapons. Normally, I would totally equip him with a pair of lightning claws, for example, or maybe 2 power fists, or maybe a power fist and a combi weapon, and or something completely different that he is able to carry, but unfortunately, he isn't allowed to. You can only change his bolt pistol to maybe a power fist, and that's all. So that's a little bit strange worded. Same goes for the melee weapons. A model can replace his bolt pistol and or melee weapon with one of the following. Power weapon, lightning claw, power fist, or thunder hammer. So the lightning claw is a little bit different than the power fist or the thunder hammer, because it gives the Techmarine the ability to strike once with a lightning claw in initiative order, and then after that with his following attacks with his servo arms at initiative 1. But well, it costs also a little bit more. So lightning claw. Oh no, lightning claw is a little bit cheaper. So 15 points for a lightning claw, or 25 points for a power fist, or 30 points for a thunder hammer. But power weapon has not the special weapon, specialist weapon anymore, and so it isn't worthy anymore. But enough of that. Now the reasons why the Techmarine is so unloved. Well, first of all, he's sort of expensive. The basic Techmarine without upgrades, so Techmarine with maybe 1 servo arm, costs about 90 points. So then you can upgrade the servo arm to a servo harness for 20 points, makes him 110 points, and then you add a power fist to that on top of it for 25 points. So we are talking about 135 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not good at math. Well, he's a little bit expensive, and he's basically an HQ model with 2 wounds. Oh no, that's the Master of the Forge. The normal Techmarine has just 1 wound. But he has an artificial armor, meaning he has 2+ armor save. He is a kind of, well, a 2-bladed sword, in my opinion. He's good fighter and capable in combat. On the one hand, he's tough with his armor save of 2+, but on the other side, for his point volume, he is extremely weak with just 1 wound. So, well, and also in the earlier versions of the Techmarine couldn't possibly repair vehicles that he was embarked on. That was kind of strange, but now the wording has changed, and this is, in my opinion, the thing that makes the Techmarine valuable anymore, again, for a Space Marine army. The wording is following: Blessing of the Omnissiah. In each of your shooting phases, instead of firing his weapon, a character with this special rule may choose to repair single friendly vehicle that he is in base contact with or embarked on. To repair a vehicle, roll d6 and add the following modifiers when applicable. Each servitor with servo arm in the character's unit, +1. The character has a servo harness, +1. Okay, meaning that this Techmarine here with this 2 servitors will repair on 5+, servo harness on 4+, 1 servitor 3+, second servitor on a 2+. he can repair a weapon destroyed or immobilized, or repair a hull point on a vehicle on 2+. And this is absolutely awesome. And second of that is the following. The Techmarine is an HQ choice that you can buy for every other HQ choice in your army for free, for a free army roster. So they don't fit up a slot in your army organization slot. So for example, you can have a captain and a librarian and 2 Techmarines. And those 2 Techmarines are independent characters. This is very important. A Techmarine is an independent character. As long as he has no unit of servitors, he is independent. He can join any unit that he wishes. So, now let's have a look at the servitors. You may include 1 unit of servitors for each Techmarine or Master of the Forge in your army. These selections do not use up a force organization slot. So that means 1 servitor is a unit of servitors. So just 1 is a whole unit, and you can add up. You may include up to 4 additional servitors for 10 points each, and they are already equipped with the servo arm. So, but there is no wording that the Techmarine itself has to join the unit, or the Techmarine is kind of bond to the unit. No, the Techmarine is an independent character, and the servitors have the mind lock special rule. That means if there is no Techmarine around in their unit, they have to roll a d6, and on 1, 2, or 3 they do nothing. But other than that, they are a unit on their own. And then we come to the second special thing, that is nowadays the Master of the Forge, what I have created here. The Master of the Forge is a valuable option because he is now a Techmarine with 2 wounds, and also he has the ability to use the conversion beamer, one of the fierce weapons for the Space Marines. But you want to field him on the battlefield alone, just on its own? No, you don't want that. But you also want to shoot with him all the time, and well, and you want to protect him. So what you do now is the following. You buy a Master of the Forge as an HQ choice, and then you buy for the HQ choice another HQ choice, a Techmarine. And for one of the Techmarines you buy a unit of servitors, at least 2 models. You could possibly get more, but 2 models are fair enough. So, and then you join the Techmarine with a unit of servitors, and the Master of the Forge you join with this unit also. So, let's read up the wording again for Blessing of the Omnisphere. Let's hear it again. In each of your shooting phases, instead of firing his weapon, a character with this special rule may choose to repair a single friendly vehicle that he is in base contact with or embarked upon. To repair a vehicle, roll a d6 and add the following modifiers, where applicable. Each servitor with servo arm in the character's unit +1. That means you don't need to have a servitor unit for each Techmarine. You can have 1 servitor unit and simply join all the Techmarines that you have on this unit, and they all get the benefit of the servitors. So, and now think, okay, let's take a Rhino and place the whole unit in there. Because in the rulings, in the rules, you can let a different unit embark on a empty Rhino. So just buy your standard 5-man tactical squad, buy them a Rhino, and you place now the unit with the Master of the Forge and the Techmarine and the Servitors as one unit into the Rhino. And now you have a tank that is nearly invincible and has a strength 10 explosive weapon. Think about it. Or you don't want to have the conversion beamer, but you want to have a Land Raider that is a fire base and almost impossible to kill. What do? You take 2 Techmarines for your other HQ choices, join them in one unit of Servitors, and place them in the Land Raider. And out of a sudden, this Land Raider is almost impossible to kill, because the 2 Techmarines inside of the Land Raider can repair the Land Raider on a 2+. Think of that. That is... wow, this is simply awesome. So, if you have the Master of the Forge with his conversion beamer in the Rhino, well, maybe you got a hit with a missile launcher or a las cannon and something, and your opponent rolls a 1 or a 2. That means 1 whole point is going down, and the Master of the Forge can't shoot with his conversion beamer. But instead of shooting, he can simply repair the vehicle. Well, look at that. And also the Techmarine can make a second attempt. And so even the single Rhino with armor 11 on front and 3 hull points can be nearly impossible to kill. Only if your opponent manages to roll a 5 or 6. A 5, for example, if you have a DS1 weapon or armor penetration 1, and well, and the Rhino explodes. But other than that, every other damage result he can repair instantly. So, in my opinion, this is absolutely great. And I would love to field an army with 4 Techmarines, 2 Master of the Forge, and 2 apprentices with 2 units of Servitors embarked on 2 Land Raiders, for example. I think I could imagine this is quite an well, a task for your opponent to kill those 2 Land Raiders. Well, I hope you got your inspiration for today. Also, in the unit of Servitors, if you place them in the Rhino, you can have 1 Servitor with a heavy weapon, with a plasma cannon, heavy bolter, or a multi-melter embarked also, because the Rhino has 2 fire points, meaning the Master of the Forge and 1 Servitor with a heavy weapon can fire. Or, for example, the second Techmarine could fire his plasma cutters, for example, or the Flamer, or his bolter, maybe. Well, or you could say, okay, he is keeping his bolter, but gets in addition maybe a combi graph weapon, so he can once per game use a graph weapon, or a multi-melter, a melter combi weapon, something like that. So, I think nowadays the Techmarine has a nice spot to be reckoned with. Also, if you're not embarked on a vehicle, let's say you have a unit of 5 of these Servitors, and you have several vehicles in your... Oh, this Techmarine is touching this vehicle, this Techmarine is touching this vehicle, and all the Servitors are hanging around, and this is simply one big unit, and each Techmarine can be attached, sort of, to one another vehicle and repair them when they are damaged. This is also a nice thing. So maybe you got your inspiration and you want to try out a Techmarine. So I hope you liked this video and my little ramble about this unloved child of the Space Marines. and we see us in the next video. Your Alexandra.